very fortunate person. I've been lucky and blessed enough to be very successful in ways that I've always wanted as an actor, a writer, a director, and so on. But I got to a point where I felt like I'm living this kind of vacuous life. I'm just living for myself. I'm chasing some idea or some goal. But I didn't know what my values were. I didn't know what I was contributing to the world. I was reading about the violence in Western Sudan, and it said some 300,000 deaths in Darfur are dwarfed only by the 5 million deaths in Central Africa and the DRC. 5 million deaths? That's an unimaginable number. How could this have happened? How did I not know about it? Why doesn't everybody know about it? Why aren't we doing something? So I thought I have to do something. If I have anything to contribute, at the least I could shine a spotlight there on Congo. There's this aphorism about give a man a fish, he eats for a day, teach a man to fish, he eats for a lifetime. The Congolese already know how to fish. That's not the issue. The issue is that they just don't have the actual opportunities in front of them. They don't have the resources. So how do we help them find the resources? This was my thinking. Let's do something to work with people to help them try to make things better in their lives. In 2010, I formed the Eastern Congo Initiative. And what we do are two things. One, we make grants, and two, we do advocacy. What's different about us is who we make grants to. The grants that we make are to community-based organizations, Congolese grassroots organizations who are addressing the most urgent needs in Eastern Congo. We looked around to see who was doing the best work, and we found out that it was actually the local organizations themselves. The Congolese people who lived in these neighborhoods, who worked in these communities. These were the people who had survived the poverty and the violence and were there working because their lives depended on it, because their communities depended on it. These groups had no access to funds. And I thought, this is a place where there's a real need. Well, for one example, we're funding a school in Goma called Children's Voice. It just amazes me every time I go there. The kids are mostly child soldiers or orphans, and none of these kids can afford to go to school, yet the appetite they have for learning is incredible. It's like nothing I've ever seen. There's 3 kids to a desk, more than 100 kids in a classroom. Every question the teacher asks, almost every hand goes up. This is important work, but it's also very rewarding for me. There's no question in my mind that down the road, when I'm an old man, I look back on my life, this will be the thing that I most respect. But of course, I'm not doing it alone. There are hundreds of people in the U.S. and Congo working beside me. Every person who works or supports or donates or advocates with me is doing it too. This is what I believe in, what I think of as the meaning of life. Getting involved with something, helping others, improving the fabric of the universe. And I believe if you do that, even just a little bit, I think you'll find your life gets better too.